Did you know that YELAWOLF is the vocalist on one of Slim Thug's biggest radio commercial songs called I Run?
That's right.
I had no idea. I was literally today years old when I learned that. And the reason is because when that song was being played in heavy rotation on the radio station back when it dropped, they never announced it as Slim Thug featuring YELAWOLF. It was always I Run from Slim Thug. And then when the video dropped, he wasn't in the video. But every time I would hear that song and every time I watched the video, I would always wonder, who's the person singing? They got a unique voice and it just mixed really good with that beat. YELAWOLF at the time was trying to make his come up, but he was broke. He was going through all kinds of shit trying to get into the music business. He was doing everything he could to try to get a record deal, and he had to go through some crazy obstacles just to get where he's at. But he said at that time, the producer Jim Johnson took a liking to him and always tried to keep him around. He would always fly him out to Texas and get him in the studio, get him on beats that he would make, whether it was a hook or it was a verse, whatever, just to keep him in the mix. But one night while he was out in Texas with Jim Johnson, they were at an award show and some street shit popped off. And Jim Johnson told him, man, let's get out of here. Let's go to the studio. I'm gonna be working with Slim Thug. So when they got to the studio, Jim Johnson played the beat. And what YELAWOLF did was some real hip hop shit. It was real creative because he took an idea from a song that was popular in the 80s from a group called Flock of Seagulls. And the song is called I Ran. He took that hook, flipped it in his way and sang it on the beat. But that was very genius and hip hop like because he took an idea from something that was in the past and made it something popular in the present. Slim Thug didn't make it to that studio session, but the hook had already been laid, and when he ended up showing up to work with Jim Johnson, that was one of the songs that he played. And I just know that Slim really liked that song because the way that he went at the beat when he was writing his rhymes, he made it sync with the beat and the hook. And that song ended up being played non-stop in heavy rotation in the Houston radio station. I remember every time I turned on the radio, it was playing. And I'm not bullshitting when I say this. That song stayed on the radio for at least 5-6 years. I wonder if YELAWOLF knows that he's a part of Texas rap history. And I wonder if he knows how big that song was out here. That song could possibly be in the top 100 Texas anthems. But then when you fast forward throughout the time, you see how successful Slim Thug, Jim Johnson, and YELAWOLF got. But it was just dope to hear the story on how that song came about and how all three of them put into that song to make the classic that we have now called I Run. That's an inspirational story right there, and that should let you know to never give up on yourself. If you believe in yourself, no matter what anybody says or anything that you go through, never give up.
That's right.